G'day, this is Jason here from Forex and Forex UTurn. Today is October the 13th, 2011, and we're looking at the Forex system, and we're looking at the 5-minute chart for setups. Okay, so anyway, here is 10 o'clock GMT. I already toggled back and forth from the 1 hour to the 5-minute so that the filter would print properly and update the data. You need to do this as well each day when you use the Snagger system. Okay, so anyway, there was actually a trade right here. We broke through resistance. Okay, it didn't go up very far and went the other way, so it was a losing trade. You probably would have got out before it hit the stop with, probably 20, 25 pip loss. Okay. Then the advanced method, once we broke through support here, told you in the filter below, it turned red right on this bar. So somewhere in here, if you would have sold, okay, well, you could have made back those pips. Okay, and then it told you to sell again here, and went against you a little bit, and then came down again. So you could have definitely did a couple trades here and got back what you lost here. And that's the name of the game of trading, is that if you lose on the first trade, you can't be scared to do the second one if you see the setup, because that's usually when the first fake out buy fake occurs, and then you get a sell fake, or you get a sell fake out and then a buy occurs. You gotta get past your fears and jump back in once you see the next setup, because more than likely it will work out and you will get your pips back that you just lost. If you have two losers in a row, well, that can be scary too, and those are those days where it just whipsaws up and down. So anyway, in this particular case, if you would have bought here, you would have lost, and then you would have sold and sold again, and you would have made these pips back, and plus be positive for the day. Then, as you can see here, in the U.S. session, it was just horrible, horrible. I don't know where the traders were. Were they at Tim Horton Donuts eating donuts, or I don't know what they're doing. But man, look at this triangle here. Okay, finally it broke out of the triangle here, and I was trading it today, and I never even sold it there because I didn't believe it either after seeing this sideways triangle action. I was more into buying than selling today. Actually, I did do one trade down in here, which was when it came back into the trigger line. I snagged a quick 8 pips. And that's all I did today, because it was just a horrible market, and I knew that I could tell by this bottoming action right here. You can see there's a square basically here. Not your perfect square, but you can see this going nowhere, going nowhere. Where are we going? Where are we going? It's all these people buying, 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 buying. Sure enough, then they took it up, as you can see right here. But it was a horrible day here in the U.S. session with this. And you know, and you would have thought it would have moved more because we had the trade balance out today and the unemployment numbers, but I guess it wasn't enough to move the market. I don't know. Maybe big traders, are on holidays today. I don't know, but it wasn't moving. Okay. So anyway, that's what basically happened on the euro. Yeah, I guess once it broke through this support here, I guess you could have looked to sell it, but there was really no retrace back into the trigger line here to sell it. And then when there was, it was around this whole number of 37. I sold just under 37, took a quick 8 pips, 8.8 pips to be exact, and I got out within 1 pip of the low, and then it shot back up again. So, it was a dumb luck trade that I did and just happened to win. But anyway, okay, so that's it for the euro for the 5-minute. Now let's go to the 1-minute time frame. Actually, let me delete this triangle first. Okay, we'll take the auto scroll off and scroll back in time. Here we are. Look at this wonderful mess. Yeah, it was all bullish before that. And look at this. Up, down, up, down. Another triangle, see? It's just basically a triangle here. Descending triangle or whatever they call it. It's not like a perfect triangle this way. It's more like a line here. Let me show you. See a line here like that. And then this sucker right here. Yeah, anyway, finally it broke out here. Shot up real quick, as you can see. There was no trade here. It never really came back into the trigger line. And here there was no trade. So then when at 11:05, see, this is the time we don't trade. See, there was no trading here. So even though it was a setup almost, or pretty much, came down there about 50, yeah, about 47 pips. It was no trade because our 2 hour window of opportunity was over. Okay, so let's move on to the pound now. Pound, not much better. Again, didn't think it would be. Okay, there was no trading up in here. Filter was black down here. So like the euro, when it came crashing down, if you were brave enough to try and sell it here after a retrace, well, you made a few pips in here. When it came up and did touch the trigger line, it just went right back up and would have burned you and then came back down again. And it did his whatever deal here. And then in the US session, excuse me, when we did get our first touch, we broke, well, actually, we broke through this resistance, but basically sold off this one. There was no trade here either. So basically, once we broke through this resistance, right there, see that? Perfectly. To a T. To the pip, ladies and gentlemen. Fellow snaggers and snagettes. To the pip. See how they buy and sell off of resistance? This is why it is so critical in your trading that you look to the left of you and see what they're buying and selling off of. So anyway, as you can see here, to the pip, it sold off of this resistance, came back, bounced off the trigger line, came back up. Then we broke through resistance right here. Okay. Well, actually, basically, they even sold it off of, say, off of here. They sold it off of there. Came back down. But you could have entered long right here, 1740. And it went against you about 4 pips. And to the top was 44 pips in and around about 20 minutes. Not that you would have got 44 pips, but you would have got something out of it before it came back crashing down again. Okay, so that's it for the pound. Let's move on to the Swiss C. Oh, yeah, the Swiss C. Okay, so anyway, here's the Swiss C created. Let's look back in time. Okay, didn't really turn red in the filter down here until this big whacker of a bar that came down. So, no, it never came back into the trigger line. The trigger line entry was right here. And no, there was no trade because it bounced off of support here. Okay? So there was no trade set up here. And it was black in the filter at the time. Definitely no trade there. Okay? Then we broke through resistance right here. And all that you could basically do is use the advanced snagger method and buy dips. And like the euro, it did a triangle and shot up, as you can see. Okay, that's it for the Swissy. Let's move on to the Forex UTurn signals now. Okay, and that didn't look too good. No. So late in the Asia session, it gave you this M formation and didn't really work out. As you can see, came up and came close to getting people's stops, and then they took it. This was not a trade to buy. It wasn't a very good. It was too flat. It was not a perfect good. It wasn't like a nice W formation like right here and right here, okay? So there was no trade in here. This, I don't know if I'd classify that as a sell either, but if you did sell it, you sold it at 37.50, well, you had a chance to make a few pips before coming back up. Let's look at the pound. Pound, basically the same thing. Gave you the sell signal up here, came down about 70 pips or so, and now it's basically giving you the the signal to buy. This is the start of, this is the actual what it looks like as you're going to enter the trade to go long. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the setups for today. Um, we'll see you tomorrow on Friday. Have a great day.